Welcome to my channel, to everyone who's new here, and of course to those of you who are back again, great to have you here. In this video we will take a look together at possible scenarios for XRP, Dogecoin, Solana and Cardano. Things remain exciting, so make sure to watch until the end. And if you also want to trade with cheap fees, then I can recommend you the crypto exchange mexc, which has a higher trading volume than Bitget, OKX and Bybit, but as you can see the taker fees are far much more less than on the other top crypto exchanges. And on top of that you can get another 20% discount on your low taker fees if you use my referral link, which you can find in the video description. And also 118 pairs, not 100 pairs, 118 pairs are currently tradable without any fees, and here you have a huge list of popular altcoins. So XRP, basically Bitcoin is the only coin which didn't fit to my analysis so far. Yeah, Bitcoin looks even long to me at the moment, the current stage, but all the altcoins are having their retests or are near to their retests for a bearish scenario. Tomorrow also we will get the information if we get rate cuts or not. The forecast is that we don't get any rate cuts, so that is not going to impact the market. But maybe the prognoses are going to change tomorrow. We have to see that, because if we get an unexpected rate cut, the market can still pump up. So we have said so far that if XRP breaks to the downside, yeah, and we had here not the perfect breakout. Yeah, it's not how we want that actually. We want to see a breakout with a retest and a follow through. This is always preferred, but in that case the kind of breakout, retest, and here we got the follow through, and now we are getting another retest. So what I personally did is I jumped into an XRP short trade. Yeah, XRP looks short to me because we had here a rectangle in blue, yeah, the blue box here. This chart development looks like to me a rectangle or a shoulder formatation, which broke to the downside, which is having its retests. So far we didn't close over it with the 1 hour candle. Yeah, we can still wait 1 or 2 more hours, but I already jumped into a short trade with a stop loss. Yeah, I gave XRP some space to the upside, because we have here not the flag anymore, not the panel anymore, but still we have here a trend line with 4 touch points. So I can take this one out now. If that breaks to the upside, then I would say XRP has some good potential to the upside. If we still don't get over the $2.14, then it's bearish to me, without any chance getting bullish. The target of the shoulder formatation or the rectangle is the $1.98, and we also have another shoulder formatation, which is actually the same, but we are using another trend line, means the target is also going to change. The target is here $1.94, but since a few days I always preferred the $1.98 as my target for XRP. So let's see what XRP is going to do. Even if we break the $2.14 to the upside, it's still not bullish. I want to see the $2.17 or 18 breaks to the upside with a nice retest and a follow through. And then I would change my thought about XRP and would say XRP has even some upside potential. So Dogecoin is currently at the perfect retest. We have said so far that we have here a chart development of an rectangle. Up. We broke it to the downside, yeah, similar to XRP. We had some issues breaking that to the downside, also many fake outs, but here breakout, retest, follow through, second retest. So let's see if we are going to sell off. If yes, then the target is going to get the circle here between 14.6 cents to 15.27 cents. But the first stop, 16.1 cents. So at 16.1 cents, where I've put a smaller circle, here I would say first take profit for Dogecoin. Then I would let the trade run, hopefully into the circle, to take even more profits. I would say that I can take out the targets which I have once we break the 17.46 cents to the upside. So I'm currently in a short trade, stop loss over the resistance here, and then we have to see where Dogecoin is going to go. I would say if the 17.46 cents breaks to the upside, then we have a good chance meeting the 17.9 cents, and then we are also close to another breakout, and then we can even push a bit more to the upside. So what about Solana? For Solana, we have even said we have here fair value gaps, 2 fair value gaps, and a resistance. So the chance was there that we push to the upside and afterwards sell off. Yeah, we sold off, but we didn't push to the upside before. I can take this one out. Instead, we also had some issues breaking the 145 US dollar to the downside. As you can see, we got the breakout, we got the retest, we got even the follow through, and after that we even got bought up because we had here a fair value gap, which we then closed. Same here. We broke to the downside, we got the retest, we got the follow through, but we also had here a fair value gap, which we then took. Same here. Breakout, retest. We didn't get a follow through here, but we had a fair value gap. We closed that fair value gap. So basically we went always for the fair value gaps. It's not a huge deal, but it's for sure, yeah, we can think about if we see something like that, is our trend line maybe wrong? Is our setup wrong? Or is the market a bit difficult to track? Is it going to be a fake out or whatever? Yeah, so basically those fair value gaps I don't like to trade if I see bigger fair value gaps. Yeah, a fair value gap, for example, like this is also a fair value gap. This small fair value gap is not going to hurt us. But a fair value gap in that size here, in that size here, and in that size here can cause price actions like this. So what now? We don't have fair value gaps over us anymore. And we are having the retest. So basically what I think now is, I opened a short trade for Solana because I want to get into the fair value gap, which is the circle which I put here, $137 to $138, but we also have the chance to drop down to 136 US dollars and 50 cents, because here we have some good support. If that also breaks to the downside, then Solana is even going to get down even more. So I can say I have found here a trend line which just has 2 touch points, but if we break it to the upside, then the chance is high that we meet the 149 US dollar again. That's why I will put here my stop loss for Solana. So what about Cardano? Cardano still has the fair value gap, so I jumped into a short trade because we are currently in the retest. We are several times in the retest and we didn't get the same. We got a similar price development like Solana, but not the same one. Yeah, and this is positive in my view. I think Cardano is a bit better to track and at the moment, but still I'm in a short position. But I keep in mind that we can get into the fair value gap. Even though all the coins are dropping, Cardano can still get into the fair value gap and then sell off. So my stop loss for Cardano is here over the 69 cents. because I think once we break that resistance to the upside, we have some potential getting even up to, what number is it? 73.5 cents for Cardano. If we don't break to the upside, I mean the green trend line here plus the resistance, if we don't break to the upside, then Cardano is going to be short. The target of that rectangle here is the 60.25 cents, but I have put here a smaller purple area where I think we will see support in my view. So I don't want to hunt every single penny. I would take profits far earlier. And also we have here fair value gap, and that fair value gap I will also going to consider taking profits depending on how the market is going to go. Yeah, if the market is going to sell off even more and breaks to the downside, then, and if Cardano is meanwhile here, then I'm not going to take profits because I think Cardano is also going to sell off. But if I see that Cardano is near to the fair value gap, somewhere here, dropping here, and the other coins are on support or in our targets, then I'm going to close my Cardano position even in the fair value gap, because I think Cardano can even get a good bounce in that fair value gap. We took the fair value gap here, where I have put here the circle, so I can take this one out. This was the fair value gap from here. We closed it, so we can go for the next one in my view. So I hope that I gave you some valuable information, and see you in the next video.